Hi beauties, it's Dani, Sigma Beauty's global makeup artist. Today I'm going to show you how to create this fun pink look using our Quarter Rosa collection and a special limited edition brush in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month in partnership with the Pink Fund. So if you want to see how I created this look, then keep on watching. Every October, in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Sigma comes out with a limited edition set or brush or kit, and this year for our 2020 edition, we have this beautiful pink metallic kind of holographic brush, and it's so beautiful. So I'm going to use this to apply my foundation. It is our top selling F80 flat Kabuki brush. You can never have enough of these brushes. So I'm just going to stipple on my foundation, and then in circular motions, I will start to buff that right in. So this year, Sigma has partnered with the Pink Fund, which is an organization that helps active breast cancer patients with financial support, so they are able to heal and focus on their families and return to work. So with every brush purchased, 20% of the proceeds goes directly to the Pink Fund. And we'll have a link in the bio as well that you can click on if you want to find some more information of the organization and also donate. So if you don't own an F80 flat Kabuki brush, now is a great time to purchase one because you'll be helping a wonderful organization. You'll have an amazing limited edition color brush that will last you a very long time. So I'm just buffing that just right into my skin, getting around my nose area. Just a little bit under my eye. We'll add concealer, but just so everything is nice and blended in. All right, so foundation looks great. And next I'm gonna move on to concealer. And to apply my concealer, I'm gonna use the F79 Concealer Blend Kabuki brush. And this actually just won a 2020 Best of Beauty Allure Award, which is amazing. The F80 Flat Kabuki also has an Allure Award. So just buffing in some concealer. Since the look I'm doing today has some pink tones, it's nice to have good coverage around the eye area and make sure everything just nice and clean, a nice blank slate, just because pinks can definitely bring out those tones in your eye, the blues or any reds. So you really want to make sure that everything is nice and clean. So I'm going to add a little bit of concealer just on my eyelids too, just to cover up any of those dark areas right in the inner corner of my eye. And then just going to set that real quick with a big fluffy brush. This is the Spotlight Duster F37. And this one is from the Iconic brush set, so it is rose gold. Honestly, this brush is probably one of my favorites, and I love that it is in the rose gold color. So just quickly setting my concealer. All right, so I'm gonna add a bit of bronzer with the F53 Air contour brush and the Sculpt palette. I'm gonna mix the shades Faking It and Throw Shade, which are the two right here. And I'm just gonna buff that right into the hollows of my cheeks. I love these dual fiber brushes because they are so soft and really diffuse the product so beautifully. I'm gonna go around my hairline a little bit. And it just gives you a really natural color. For my blush, I'm going to mix Corte Rosa and Tiger Lily, which is my favorite combo. And I'm going to use that with the F37 Spotlight Duster brush that comes in the iconic brush set. And this just gives you just a really nice kind of wash of color. Since the main focus will be on my eyes, I don't want anything too drastic on the face. So I'm just applying that right to the apples of my cheeks and then blending back into my hairline. I love using the combination of Corte Rosa and Tiger Lily because Tiger Lily has a really pretty sheen to it, and I feel like it really translates nicely on the cheeks. So I'm gonna go back into my Sculpt palette with my F03 brush, and this is also from the iconic brush set. And I will mix Shine On and Pop In. The iconic brush set comes with two Allure award-winning brushes. So you have the F80, flat Kabuki, and then also the F03. So I'm just applying that just right on the top of my cheekbones. So for my eyes today, I'm gonna use the Corte Rosa palette. Open it up for you guys. It has a nice big mirror on the lid, which is perfect for traveling. When you open it up, it has this cute little duster here. And then your 14 shades along with your duo-ended brush. So you have your E38 and E54 brushes on here. So as you can see, this is such a beautiful palette. You have some pinks, some rose tones, really shimmery shades, some deeper berry tones. This palette is actually inspired by our best-selling Corte Rosa blush. And as you can see, the shade down here is actually called Corte Rosa. Okay, so before I start, I'm going to prime my eyelids with Persuade. I love this eyeshadow base primer because it really just neutralizes any tones on the eyelid and really gives you a nice blank slate so all of your colors stay true to their color and makes that pigment really pop. So Corte Rosa actually means color of the rose, so all of these shades in the palette are in some sort of relation to a rose. So they're really beautiful. The first shade I'm going to use is Corte Rosa, and I'm actually going to just kind of apply this just all over my lid. Just so I kind of set that eyeshadow base primer underneath and also just give my eyelid just a really beautiful kind of rose wash of color. And I'm going to flip the brush around and use the E54 side. And going right into Corte Rosa again, I'm going to build up that color even more. So just applying that all over my lid, and then you can flip the brush around and just blend that out. So next I'm going to take my E54, this is the clean one from the iconic brush set, and dip into the shade Damask, which is this shade right here. This really beautiful pink hue. And I'm going to concentrate that kind of on the outer portion of my eye. So I'm kind of pushing it in right where my socket line is, so we can add a little bit of definition into the crease here. So really push that color in first, and then we'll go in and blend that out. So just concentrating that color just right on that outer edge of the eye. Then I have a clean E38 Diffused Crease brush from the iconic brush set, and I'm just gonna go right in and start blending out those edges. So it's just nice and soft. So then I'm going right in and just gently buffing out any of those edges, making sure that it is nice and soft. As you can see, I have a nice gradient from that Quarter Rosa shade to Damask. Kind of goes from like a peachy pink to more of just a true pink. And it looks really beautiful together. And then once you have both shades on, you'll want to go back and just build up the pigment just a little more so you have just a little bit more definition. So taking Quarter Rosa again on my brush that came with the palette. We'll just build that up a little bit more onto the lid. And then taking Damask, we'll just build that up a little bit on the outer edge of my eye. Just so you have a little bit more definition. Sometimes colors can get lost when you start blending. So we definitely want to add layers, build up that color, and blend as we go. And then once I get out to my outer eye area, I'm just gonna kind of pull that color outwards. Just to really make sure that that color is nice and blended and super soft. Okay, so for liner, I'm gonna do something a little different, and actually I'm gonna take the shade Shakespeare, which is this shade up here. It's this really beautiful matte kind of cranberry burgundy shade. I'm gonna use that for liner. So I'm just going to spray my brush with a little bit of alcohol. You can use water or micellar water, or if you have Duraline, anything that will kind of just wet your brush, it will make the powder just a little bit easier to work with. So I have an E75 angled brush here, and I love this for eyeliner because it's so tiny and I can really get it into a really fine point. So I'm just going to start applying that right at my lash line. And I'm starting at the outer edge of my eye and kind of working my way in. And then make sure you really push that product in there just so you can get the brush into a nice fine point. And then I'm going to take that brush and lay it on its angle. And we're going to create a nice wing. And then just to deepen that liner up just a little bit, I'm going to take Bare Root, which is this brown shade in the palette, and just go right over the top of Shakespeare. Just so you have a little bit more depth, but I still want it to read that nice berry shade. And then you can go right back into Shakespeare again and kind of build up that color on the liner. So I'm gonna apply some mascara, lashes, I'm gonna do the other eye, and then I will be back to show you guys the final look. All right, so the eyes are complete. I put on a nice coat of Sinuosity mascara and also a few individual lashes just to keep it nice and soft and feathery. A little bit of Sinuosity on my lower lashes along with Quarter Rosa eyeshadow just to balance the look out. So now that the eyes are complete, I'm gonna move on to lips. I have our Quarter Rosa liquid lipstick here. And I'm going to apply this first. Beautiful kind of rosy nude shade, and I love these liquid lipsticks because they are so comfortable on the lips. They're long wearing, but they don't dry out. kind of dry down to a nice satin finish so they're not completely matte. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of gloss. This is in the shade Lilac Wine. It is my absolute favorite lip gloss ever. It's just a really kind of sheer pink. It has a little bit of sparkle to it, but I love just wearing this by itself on the lips. They're so hydrating and not sticky whatsoever. Alright beauties, here's the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. You'll find all the products I used in the description below, along with a link that you can look into the Pink Fund and see how you can support. Make sure you hashtag Sigma Beauty so we can see all of your beautiful looks you create, and I'll see you next time. Bye!